Hey, Carrie Abear here. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I joined LimeLife. I have been with this company a little over 3 years. And so when I first joined, fast forward, 3+ years later, maybe some things have changed as far as like why I joined. But I'm going to keep that into perspective by, telling you that a lot of the reasons have carried over, even if they've evolved. They've carried over, over the past 3+ years. So the first reason that I'm going to say that I joined is because of the discount. So when I first wanted to hop into this opportunity, I had tried a few of the products and I had liked everything that I had used more on the makeup side. I had a few friends who were working for the company and I had bought something from this one and this one and this one. And I liked them all. And then I found out that they had a product that helped with eczema. And my son was about 6 years old at the time, and I decided, well, I'm just gonna give it a shot. His pediatrician had given us the steroid cream, and it worked, and then his feet would turn white, and then it would come back, and it was just a constant battle. So this was an all-natural product. Tried it, used it, loved it, it worked. I was like, wow, I'm a fan, okay? So everything I had used, I had loved. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just that discount person. Like if I can get something on sale or get it at a discount, like I'm all about that. So I went ahead and I bought, the starter kit from a friend of mine who had been with the company, and I had been watching her journey and really liked, everything that I saw. So that was my first reason for joining LimeLife. I think secretly, maybe I was hoping like something would come of it and it would evolve into a business. But honestly, when I joined, I had no idea about network marketing, what it entailed, how everything looks behind the scenes. And so I can't say that I knew anything was going to happen. I mean, I just didn't have any idea. Okay, so reason number 2 that I joined this company is you don't have a boss, okay? So I've already transformed into this entrepreneurial type person, which I never knew this was going to happen. But I taught in the public school system for 12 years. Then I had my 2 children, and something just shifted in me. Long story, but I decided to open up my own business. So I currently own and operate and teach at like a little specialty preschool, do classes and things like this. And I've been doing that for over 8 years now. And, with that came some business savviness and, that time flexibility, schedule flexibility type thing, and it changed a lot about, the way that I kind of felt like, life worked for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, this is nice. This is nice to have this flexibility to go to my children's school when, when they have a program or whatever the situation may be, to go on a vacation at different times of the year than you're used to, things like that. So I thought, well, this is good. Okay. So I don't have a boss telling me what to do. I get to be my own boss. And, also, there's no minimums. So if you're with the company and you decide to be more like a hobbyist, that's fine. You get your personal discount. Maybe you have a few friends and family that decide to, buy some things from you and you make a little bit of side cash. If you decide to work this as a business, it's an entirely different journey. We have something called Active with the company that you can set your sights on each and every month if you really want to earn, commission and start earning different levels of commission and things like that. But ultimately there's no minimums. So you didn't have that pressure on yourself to feel like you had to meet, a certain goal or sales amount or whatever you want to call it. We just welcome everyone. So the third reason why I joined LimeLife and why I am still here today is because if I look back 3 years ago, I was still in this mommy mode. I had 2 babies, 15 months apart, and I just wasn't taking time for myself, right? I was in the season of mommyhood completely, take care of my babies. That's it. My mom worked for a skincare and makeup company for years and years. And so she would hand down a lot of the, products to me. And I was just happy to use whatever. I really just didn't wear a lot of makeup at the time and really probably didn't wash my face enough. I'm not sure. But I would put the two kids in the shopping cart at Target and Walmart, and I only had a limited amount of time to get the things I needed. So yeah, I would grab that thing off the shelf that said anti-aging, didn't know anything about the ingredients, throw it in the basket. It's probably, the culprit of why my skin became so dry. I didn't have the knowledge, I wasn't educating myself about what kind of ingredients were in my products. Okay, so boom, fast forward, I'm ready to spend more time on my self-care. I'm learning and educating myself about clean ingredients, paraben-free, things like this. And so I, again, fell in love with this line, learning more about it. So also, I needed something kind of in line with this, something that was easy. So I'm a mom of two kids. At this point, I have my own business. I'm teaching preschoolers and I don't have a lot of time in the mornings. I need something that's easy, right? I need something that I can put on, whether I have 10 minutes and look, this is professional makeup, so it usually looks pretty darn good just with 10 minutes of work. Or I wanted the option to, if I do have an event, which let's face it, at this point, maybe once a year, where I want to be glammed up, and my definition of glam is probably different than a lot of other people's definition of glam. But I have that, opportunity and capability as well with this skincare and makeup line, because it is so very versatile. And that is something that I loved about it. I want to be able to have different looks, at my fingertips if that's what I need. And another thing, let me show you. When I talk about easy, convenient, like I want everything that I can do my whole face with to be able to fit in one little box, okay? So this type of box can fit my foundation, my mascara, lip liner, my lipstick, eyeshadows, and then I can pop out this part right here, and I've got my translucent setting powder, my blush, my bronzer, a contouring color if I need. It's like, oh, let me just throw this in my bag, especially if like I'm going out of town, and boom, this is honestly what I need to do my whole face. So, and we have different little apparatuses like this that, work for different types of lifestyles. So that was also very appealing to me. Like, oh, I can just throw all this makeup in this one little pouch or this one little container and I can go. So again, kind of has to do with, being in that mommy rut and being in that season, and then being ready to move past that and feeling like, oh, this is for me. This is something I get to do for me. Now, my kids are very involved in this. They always hop in my videos and things, but it was still something for me. It was a way of self-care for me with all the amazing, skincare products. Okay, reason number 4, why I joined LimeLife, but absolutely why I'm still here with this company today, is community. As a teacher, we love to be together. We love to collaborate. We are used to, being each other's cheerleaders, planning together, doing those types of things. It's just something about our personality for the most part. And that's what this business is like. So it's very in alignment with like how, how my body and my brain thinks about work. So give a teacher a conference, even if it's a local conference, or even if it's like an hour or two away. Oh, sign me up. Like, I want to go. I want a day with my adult friends. I want to learn. I want to grow. It's very much in alignment with, how I live. And so the community has been insane. It's probably one of my favorite parts. I had no idea that it was going to be such a faith-filled community either. Growing up Catholic and Christian, I just had no idea that there were going to be so many like-minded people in this community, in this culture. And so I'm very blessed because I could have a bad day and ask for prayers, and I've got a group of women who are right there for me. I could have a total meltdown, which has happened, and I'm gonna have a group of women right there to pick me up. And I'm gonna have, women who want to see me be the best version of me. And I want that for them as well. So a huge part of this business for me is the community. It's something like, I've never experienced before. daily, chats, daily phone calls, Zoom calls now, get-togethers and things like that. We're finally starting to be able to get back together again, so that is super exciting as well. Sometimes we just have brunch, sometimes we just have dinner together. It's so much fun to have such a special group of ladies to surround yourself with. The fifth reason that I joined LimeLife, but why I stay, is the extra paycheck, okay? So when I signed up for this, no idea what I was doing, didn't know what network marketing was, really didn't have any clue that you could earn a lot of money or anything like that. So I just kind of dove in and quickly earned back the money that I had spent. I had spent $169 on my starter kit. Quickly earned that back and thought, okay, well, all right, I'm back to square, back to the drawing board as far as money is concerned. Everything else I make from now on is going to be profit. And so I just started sharing it and talking to it, my friends and my family, having friends over, and it just started to organically grow. So, and I know everybody has different, journeys and paths when it comes to this type of company. But for me, it just kind of grew organically, and then I dove in. I wanted to watch all the trainings. We have trainings right at our fingertips. Now, when I started, we didn't have an app. Now we have an app. I mean, you can look up every single day. You can look up whatever training you would like to learn, more about, from the sales side to how to do good videos to how to be an entrepreneur. I mean, you name it, it's there. We have professional makeup artists on our team that do videos for us. If you want to learn the makeup and skincare side, everything you could possibly need. And so the extra paycheck was such a blessing to me pretty quickly. I was maybe the third month, I remember my husband still wasn't 100% on board. What are you still doing watching all these videos and stuff? And then he was oh, okay, maybe this could be something, and then when I earned that trip the second year, boy, he was really excited because he got to come with me to Mexico. But anyway, so at the time, my husband had been laid off from his job, and our kids were in private school. And if you have kids in private school, it's extremely expensive. And so, any kind of extra income would have been a blessing. But I remember thinking one time, gosh, if this could pay for my kids' private school tuition, that would be fantastic. And so I want to say the fourth month, it was paying the tuition of one, and by maybe the fifth month I had enough to cover both of the boys' tuitions. And so it was are you serious? Is this for real? And when you hear ladies that are in this type of business talk about life-changing income, that doesn't mean they're talking about tens of thousands of dollars coming their way, although there are women who are making that type of money and way more, because there's so much potential. Some women, life-changing money to them is having an extra $100 a month for groceries and an extra $250 a month for their child's extracurricular activities, because there might be in, dance team or karate, and all those things are expensive. It could be, I need an extra $500 a month to pay a car note. That's life-changing for people. It could be that this job has enough to cover your private school tuitions or your mortgage, and you just could never know that until you're in it. And when you're in it, you got to be in it to win it. You got to be willing to grind. You have to be willing to grow, to stretch yourself, to push yourself out of your comfort zone if you want to work it like a business, okay? Hobbyist, different video. This is all about working the business and why I'm still here. So I just know that there's so much potential for my business personally, even to grow, and grow as it has over the last 3.5 years. All right, so just in a little recap, let me just remind you that some of the reasons that I'm still here, and believe me, there's way more than this, but I just thought to keep the video short and sweet, I would limit it to 5. The first one being that I was excited for the discount. The second one being no boss and no minimums. The third one being in that kind of mommy rut, not really into my self-care and things like that in that season. And now I'm kind of on the flip side of it with the boys, my children being a little bit older. And then the fourth thing being the community, and the fifth thing being the extra paycheck. Okay, those 5 reasons are all very important to me. It's why I'm still here. I would love for anyone who's interested to reach out to me, drop some questions, subscribe to my channel, go and watch a couple of my other videos, follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and let's develop a relationship, because that's what this business is all about. And I would love to be there to meet some new people and support some new women on their journey. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.